Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
On the red.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
And that's a ranking that feels good, right? To be number 1 and be the top of your profession. But here's the problem. It's only week
1 week, yeah.
Can they do it 15 more times? If so, then we really got something to talk about.
That's the challenge. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But in this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to clear out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Jaguars at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
11.
Here's Lawrence to throw. His throw incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. Patterson's kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
We did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there's still something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7 from the 20. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. That's some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 45 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll get this one to Kelsey. That's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Pacheco. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball takes the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Mahomes quickly complete out wide. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 3, Chiefs nothing.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Roll it. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Take right open.
Lawrence will throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first.
Heard a few naysayers talking when the Jaguars signed Kirk to a massive 4-year deal, but you don't hear many of those voices anymore. Not after over 1,100 yards and 84 catches. He's living up to the contract, and a good pickup there for a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
At the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
Gun.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And the Chiefs are going to get him. That's George Karlaftis, who fought his way through the line to bury him.
It's now 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He's going to look deep down the field. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Trip McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over here up near the 40. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week you got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Pacheco. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go!
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Hey, 43, 15.
Now Mahomes. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. 2 minutes to play in his first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both under pressure. They got him again. Antonio Johnson brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. On 4th down, Matt Araiza is sent on to punt. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others,
rush. They're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he?
Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Yellow.
2nd and 7. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Great job. Shot alert.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Jaguars 3.
for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's Tony to return it as he brings it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Chiefs come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Lawrence. Well, that's the third interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Yellow.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Walker was drafted because of his tools and potential down the line. A little bit of a slow start to his career, only 3.5 sacks as a rookie. The key for everyone in Jacksonville, just stay patient. He's got a chance to develop into something big.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Easy.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
This 2nd and 4. On play action, it's Mahomes. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Trayvon Walker picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Butker's kick here is good, and the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Take right open.
Now Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pitching it out to Etienne. To the 43, 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
A short throw to Ingram.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Hey, 30 left.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, kill!
And they'll run with ETN. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Once more ETN. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Yellow.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second and 9 now from the 21. On the handoff, it's Pacheco. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. 73 yards. And the Chiefs are on their way to a 2-0 start. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Hey, run!
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Lawrence going to move him around a bit.
Go.
Another toe for Etienne. And that one blown up quickly. As he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now they're in the hurry up. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Hey, Lion.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Go.
Lawrence. Oh, it's deep for Duvernay. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devin Duvernay. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And what do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Third and 4. Running left to give to Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in, complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Lisa 24.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
11, Agate. Go.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
I got him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's 4th down.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Hey, kill. 13, Lou.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Second and 10. Now a run with Pacheco. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 169 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Yellow.
On third down, it's Pacheco. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Kansas City, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.